Okay, it says I'm live. Do not have YouTube turned on, Dee Dee. Because StreamYard was actually difficult. So, tell me what's going on, Dee Dee. You know, I don't. Hi, Christopher. My most handsome grandson. Hi, Brenda. Because on my screen it keeps going black, so I don't know. I'm streaming on my old computer to try and weed out some of the. Hi there. Okay. Am I here? Let me know what's going on. Yeah, I just took the old computer down, put the new computer up. I'm still using the, let me check the settings real quick. Okay. Check audio, see what it's doing. All right, and I am using the webcam microphone. Okay, sounds so much better. Okay, oh God. Well, it was worth a try. Dee Dee, I won't do YouTube today, okay? I like YouTube chat better, but yeah, I don't want to torture you. Well, I don't mind torturing you guys, but I don't necessarily want to do it intentionally. So it does sound better. The mic should be right in front of my face. So It should be better. Hi, Kitty Jen. Anybody I missed coming in? All right. That's not a great way to start, okay? Just saying. Anyway, look what's on my desk, you guys. Some of you may have been at Lena's when she painted this. Okay, somebody type in chat. Is the picture okay? Is the sound okay? Or should I just shoot myself and go eat Twinkies? All right, there's Terry Brett. Okay, so chat's just idle. Okay, Dee Dee will let me know if the sound is better this week, because I'm trying to weed out some of the problems. But some of you may have seen Lena paint this. I was there the day she painted this, and it was so cool. Up here at the top, you can see how she used a magnet to move the paint. That was so cool, you guys. So I'm not sure if she was using Daniel Smith Primatech, but it was the paints with the actual minerals in them. Okay. Oh my God, the Alex Murdaugh saga. I had to go on Fox Nation to watch the newest. Oh my God. But anyway, she moved the paint with magnets, and it was so cool. This is so well done, Lena. I'm so glad it arrived safely. I have to find a perfect place for it. Thank you so much. The only problem I have, Lena, is when you're gonna send out very cool artwork such as this, I wish you'd sign it. Hi, Christopher. Okay, now I'm getting some chat. Dee Dee just said, welcome back. Hi, everyone. Hi, Chris. I hope I've said hi to everybody. Hi, Linda. I don't know if I said hi. So anyway, yeah, sign your artwork if you would, please. But I love it. I love it so much. Do you have YouTube off? I do have YouTube off. I did not turn on YouTube, Dee Dee. So tell me what's going on. Hi, Cheshire Cat. I know your name's Star. I like Cat better. I'm not cutting out at all. Are you kidding me, Dee Dee? Okay, well, maybe we figured it out. I don't know. This is so bananas crazy. Anyway, I could use my old computer and turn YouTube on that. No, maybe I'm overwhelming my modem or something. I don't know. Anyway, again, Lena, thank you so much. It's beautiful. I appreciate everything you do so much. And I'm going to not show any of the Z's this week. I didn't get any, so that's why I'm not showing them. Anyway, I did work on mine over the weekend, so I have the prototype done. So I know that the spacing and everything is working. And do you want me to flash it in front of the screen really, really fast? I had to put that back for safekeeping. Anyway, I'll just show real quick, okay? Oh, let me fold it real quick. No, I don't want to do that. All right. Anyway, look quickly, okay? Because I'm not going to leave it up but a second. Ready, set, go. There's the zine. Did you get to see it? So mine is underway. I have content. I have art. I actually made myself laugh. Well, making myself laugh is not that difficult a thing, honestly. And I'd like to show you guys. Well, I'll just show you on Instagram really quick. But I found this account on Instagram because I follow a lot of Zentangle accounts, and I kept seeing these things. My sound is amazing. Dee Dee, I wish I could kiss you on the lips right now. That's been my problem all along. Oh my God, now I'm frustrated. Anyway, that's great news. So you didn't see it? Oh well, Kitty Cat Jen, you're just SOL. Anyway, I follow this one account called ZentangleInc. And they are doing, let me see if I can blow it up. It doesn't show a complete one. It just shows a partial one. But they sell these cards where they create flowers and then they write information about the flowers. And there's just something so darn appealing about them. They do a lot of stuff. But anyway, but I saw a bunch of people posting them, talking about the project pack. So I went and found them. And so I haven't ordered them yet, but I am going to order at least one of their project packs. I mean, they went to the trouble to put it all together and everything. But I thought today I would just try and create my own. Right, Brenda? They're awesome, aren't they? Everybody, the art is just so neat. And I don't know. When I saw them, I was just like, I am so doing that. So I was thinking, do I want to do it on a separate piece of paper or how do I want to do it? And I got thinking, I buy journals. I buy journals like crazy. I love journals. I love every kind of journal. So I buy them and they sit here on my shelf all beautiful and everything. And I don't work in them. I mean, this one I've worked a little bit, so I'll do a quick flip of it. But then when I looked at the last date, it was 1921 or 1921. It wasn't 1921. My mother wasn't even born then. It was 2021 since the last time I worked in it. So, yeah, this is a quote by George Eliot. And for those of you who don't know, and it might be imperative to know when you get my zine, that George Eliot is actually a woman, but she had to use a man's name to be taken seriously. We've come a long way, baby. So yeah, the paper in here is kind of weird, but I think it's going to look really good with those project pack cards. And if it doesn't work, I'll go on to plan B. But I always thought this journal, just because of its nature, it's handmade paper, and I wanted to keep it kind of all for vintage stuff. And so I think that's partly why I don't work in it that often. This was a Christmas watercolor from 2020, believe it or not. I did pretty good on that, didn't I? Yeah, like the Cadfael Rider. Yeah, exactly. So, so I thought I would just work in this because that's all that's in this journal. And look at how big and yummy this whole journal is. What's the matter with me? So it might be a little hard for me to work in. But we'll just see. How about that? So I did get out a stencil that will help me make that oval in the middle. I probably could try and do it, but I thought, well, depending on, I don't know, that it's a little big, so I won't use the whole thing, but I'll use it so that I get a real nice, crisp oval. And I'm going to try really hard not to use a ruler, okay? Hey, Colleen, thanks for coming. Thanks, Terry. Yeah, sometimes you pick up an old journal. It's like, man, I remember doing it, but I haven't seen it in years. What the heck? So, again, I'm going to do one of these little cards. And the cool thing is you can just make up your own flowers. They're not going to be real flowers, right? Actually, no, I think I'll do it a hair shorter. So I'm going to have to use a ruler. Barbara, start singing. Hi, Raul. Yeah, I'm going to measure about an inch down. You guys just indulge me for a minute. So the actual oval will be like almost 5.5. That'll be good. And then the center of the page. All right, so now I kind of know. I hope I haven't missed anybody coming in this crazy day. And my sound is still good. Ah, how crazy is that? All right. Do I want the inner circle or the outer? Let's do the inner. And I don't know where I got this stencil. Journaling Genie from Chatterbox. I have no idea. I probably got it at Tuesday morning. Oh, and we were in Joplin the other day. And I used the inside, right? Yeah, I did. I think the Tuesday morning in Joplin closed. I haven't been in there since before COVID, but I suspect it closed. So no more Tuesday morning for me. And I used to get some kind of cool stuff there. Okay. So that look, can you guys see that? I'll draw it a little bit darker so y'all can see. So hopefully this will come out cool, because if it comes out cool, I'm going to do more of them, because all the different ones that I'm seeing on Instagram, they make me happy. And if I could do something that awesome, I would like me more, maybe. That's a good enough oval, isn't it? Hey, Rachel, I'm so glad you came to Dee Dee's, and I'm glad you're here with us now, because I was just thinking about you over the weekend, like, where the heck has Rachel been? Oh, you know what? Okay, brainstorm. I just got really smart. I'll use the outside for the borders. All right. Dang. You'd think I thought about this, and I really didn't think about this much. I just thought, well, that's about the good size for an oval. Trying to find a good oval is hard. BLTs are good too, Dee Dee. I swear to God, if I ever gave Robert the chore of, Robert, would you make us some BLTs for lunch? We'd starve. We would starve. He would start by, well, where do we keep the bacon? And I'm not even hosing you. That would be the first question. Well, where do we keep the bacon? And I have pre-cooked bacon that all he has to do is heat it up in the microwave. Okay, what do I push on the microwave? Now, this paper does not erase well, so I'm going to have to be really careful with mistakes. All right, that'll work. All right, and so around the oval, they have like a, you know what, rulers are just too good that you have to use them. Hey, Lady Jan. Artie Dar mentioned you at Dee Dee's this morning. Okay, so I'll come out about the outside. Let's see, 2, 4, about 6. Okay, that'll work good. I'm just kind of making this up as I go along, you guys. So if it doesn't work, my bad. Oh, good. And I'm going to have the same border around the paper and everything. It's nice to be me. Sweet. Okay, there. We have our area that we're going to work with. It would be the same for you, Wendy. Hi, by the way. Yeah, poor Robert. He'll tell you. Robert was single for years and years and years. I'm going to pull out a little. Well, no, I'll leave it right there. he was single for years and years and years. So he had to figure out his own meals and stuff, right? I know he ate in restaurants 98.5% of the time. And then when he wasn't eating in a restaurant, he might have put a potato in the microwave. And he'll tell you, I can cook eggs. Okay, first of all, I've lived with the man 23 years now. I've never seen him cook an egg, ever. Hard-boiled, scrambled, nothing. I've never seen the man cook an egg. So he can tell me all this malarkey he wants, but until I see it, it did not happen. I wish he'd cook. My life would be awesome if he'd cook. He'd be cooking my butt stuff all the time. I swear to God. All right, so this is, let's just say a little bit under 7, so about 3.5 is midway. Did you guys believe me when I said I wasn't going to use a ruler? No worries, Rachel. Go have fun. I wouldn't blame anybody to go out and just have way fun on this holiday. Now, the holiday is especially good for me because all these butthole people that invade my world a few times a year, this is the last weekend of the season. So with college football and Labor Day, they're all going to be going home here in a little while. And I just can't begin to tell you how happy that makes me. I almost wish I could be standing out by the street, waving to them as they go back to the crap city that they live in. Okay, so I'm looking down here. I'm going to use this as my outside. Okay, and they have these all right, so where was my middle point? Actually, this paper, I was worried about the size, but I think this paper is actually a perfect size for this. So if I do this, I'm going to put them all in this same book and make myself use my journal. Yeah, my husband doesn't even know we have a kitchen. Okay, he knows we have one, but doesn't know anything beyond that. Okay, Barbara, you're all in the same boat as me. And I promise you, if Robert ever said, I think I'll make us dinner tonight, I would not eat. I just wouldn't eat. Okay, so how big does that need to be? I want that. Well, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'll do those last because they really don't add anything to this. So there's like little tendrils that connect the oval to the edge. So I'm kind of eyeballing this, and I hope I don't hate it, okay? If I hate it, I'm going to say, why don't you use your ruler? You know better. I'm sure it'll turn out okay. Okay, and then the little triangles can be in here. And other than working on the zine, you guys, I have not been doing much. I made that a little wide, so I think I'll move that up to there. Mine obviously are not going to be like theirs. Okay. Yep. Flying free by the seat of my pants. That's me. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and ink this. And then we'll start making up flowers and stuff. And I'm glad the people said, no, 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 go ahead. We're glad you're inspired. So, but I will definitely be ordering from them because I don't really want to just steal their idea, right? She doesn't. I want a ruler though. I may not need a ruler, Colleen, but I want it. I want a ruler. All right, which okay, I guess before I decide what pen I'm going to use, what I have to decide is, am I going to watercolor on it? Watercolor would be maybe kind of fun today. Yeah, so I need to use waterproof ink. I'll use this one. I kind of would like a finer nib, but this will be okay. We'll make it work. Kind of flower is it? Jen, it doesn't matter. You can just make up your flowers. I may use theirs as an example, but the thing is, you just make them up. And you can make up the name. And there's a space on here for like virtues and just different notes and information. You get to make it all up. It's kind of like the monster journal. It's all make-believe, every bit of it. So, and I'm a big fan of make-believe. That's probably why I like zines and stuff like that. It doesn't have to have anything remotely close to reality in it. And reality right now is pissing me off so bad. Not in my own personal life, but just in general for the whole world. Yeah, make-believe is maybe better. Because I'm going to make a happy place. How about that? You can make up the names. You can make up their attributes. It's all up to you. How about that? You like that? Reality sucks. Isn't that the truth, Barbara? Okay, I'm going to try. Oh, all right, we're just going to start. My corner lines are a little bit thicker than theirs, but that's okay too. So anyway, if I wasn't streaming, I would be out by the road with balloons, and I'd be waving to all the people leaving today. Hi, Dolly Face. Okay. Think, yeah. You don't know how nervous this makes me that I didn't measure the width of those lines. Made me a little nervous, but we're going to go with it no matter what. Oh, got a little booger there. Ignore that, okay, please? Hey, Tina. Feeling blessed to be born in the 60s, getting to be a kid in the 70s. Yeah, I think, yeah, growing up when we did was a lot of fun. I saw a thing on one of the social medias this weekend about all the things that should have killed us as kids. You know, riding in the back of the truck, drinking out of the hose, all the things we did, playing outside with no adult supervision. That alone should have killed us. So in a lot of ways, yeah, we were fortunate to have lived such an independent, kind of carefree life. I think one thing it taught us, yeah, thank you for visiting me. Now please leave. But I think it taught us independence. You know, like if you were out playing with the neighborhood kids, you had to solve your own problems. You didn't get to run in and tattle and tell mommy or, yeah, like you had to solve your own stuff. I think in many ways that was better. No cell phones, exactly. No electronics of any kind. I mean, if I wanted to play with my friends, we had to play board games. We had to play with dolls. I was not a huge doll person, but yeah, like you had to figure it out. And at my mother's house, if you ever said, I'm bored, oh my God, did you regret being bored at my mother's house? I'm not even kidding you. All right, I am going to do the, well, no, I'm not. What do I care? The lines are already goofed up. This paper is very, very absorbent. So if you stop the pen for even a second, you get a blob of ink. All right, not even, but we're going with it, okay? No phones to record embarrassing behaviors. You know, that's something that, Chris, you don't know how many times I've thought about. I'm going to erase for a minute. We've all seen the videos where there's a fight going on or there's a crime going on or whatever, you know, just the crazy stuff we see in our homes now. That when did it become okay to stand there and record a crime or record somebody getting their ass beat rather than helping that person? That is mind-boggling to me, that we'll all stand there and video whatever's going on, and nobody's, and having the video, I'm sure, has some value, but not for the person who's getting their ass beat. Me too, Lady Jan. If I had a book, I was never bored. I'm just flabbergasted that people will stand there and record, and some of them are, I mean, horrific crimes. It's not even like they're minor. Like, these are huge. I'm beginning to not even understand people. For real. All right, I think we've got most of our pencil lines. Probably would go away with the watercolor, but we'll just see. Okay, so now I have another dilemma. Do I use my lettering guide to do the words? On one side up here, And you could come up with different categories. I'm going to use theirs for this first one. And I think I will use a lettering guide because I did all that without a ruler, you guys. You can indulge me a little bit, right? I gave up trying to understand people nowadays. Isn't that the truth? Yeah, you just, yeah. Like, what the heck? How big do I want it? You know what? Okay, I'm not going to use lettering guide. Oh, wish me luck, okay? In the top corner, this is the top. It says virtues. Oh, that one's bad. In the next little box down, it says notes. And then over there, it says the bottom one is description. And the next one is place. Place could be very fun on these. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, Tina, go take care of Mama. Okay, let's put it right side up so I don't start drawing the flower upside down. Of course, in a make-believe world, you could have upside down flowers if you wanted. This chat is so weird to me. Did Chris take off? Adios, Chris. Yep, have a great holiday weekend, Tina. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and pencil in so I'm sure my spacing and whatnot works out well. Some of the designs would work really good on this, like doing the poke root, if you're familiar with Zentangle patterns.
An idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Okay, this is spam risk. You guys, I'm going to answer it. Hello?
Hello, this is Robert.
No, this is not Robert, but I'm the next best thing. You can talk to me. I'm sorry?
Is this Mrs. Bong?
Yes, it is.
My name is Bella Adam. I'm calling you from the Pain Management Center with Medicare Seniors, and this call is supposed to be for both of you. The main reason of calling you today, ma'am, I just was updating your profile, and it shows here on my system that you're having some kind of pain or discomfort affecting the lower part of your back and your knees. So we need to make sure, is it due to arthritis, sciatica, or just old injuries?
Okay, yeah, because we both have back pain and knee pain and head pain. We are in pain constantly. It's horrible around here. Like we have ibuprofen delivered by the 55-gallon drum. That's how bad it is.
Actually, ma'am, the main reason of asking you about your back pain, you and Mr. Roberts, because we are sending the latest version of the back brace at no cost, covered totally by Medicare, as it goes only for the people who have pain in the lower part of the back once every 5 years. So that why I'm making this call today to make sure if you are eligible for this or not. And that's
Well,
why I got your address here. It's 3021. I'm sorry.
well, I was just wondering what size they come in because since you sent my last one, I have grown quite a bit. I'm really quite heavy now, and so I need to know that I can get a back brace that will actually go around my enormous circumference.
Ma'am, this back brace, it's adjustable with Velcro straps on it. It will fit you anyway, and you can change the size of it whenever you want to. And
Oh,
actually,
wait,
we
wait,
will take your
wait. I'm
size by asking
allergic to
about your height and
Velcro.
your weight.
I'm allergic to Velcro, ma'am. Dumbass, don't call me. Now, that's probably the same girl that called a week ago. And I told her I had my leg amputated. I was so bad. I love to mess with people. If it keeps them from calling somebody else, I'm all for it. I am all for it. Call me because I will keep your ass busy for weeks. Well, okay, let me tell you about you never get fun ones like that, Brenda. If you ever answer the phone for even one of those spam risk calls, they'll give your phone number to everybody. And sometimes it's just fun to jack with them because why not? They're literally scamming people. Medicare is going to pay for this. So, naturally everybody should have it. Baloney, like whatever. If I can keep you from calling somebody else, I will so do that. It makes my day happy. Have you guys seen the people who work backwards to get into their computers? Those people deserve freaking awards. I swear to God. It looks like it's just kernels of corn. Now, when you're talking to those people, you got to be thinking quick. Like whatever scam they're coming up with, you got to be a little bit smarter than them, which I don't have any trouble with. Just makes my day. And they think my phone number is Robert's. Mr. Robert. You'd think they'd take my number off their list. Why don't they? They'll sell it to somebody else and I'll just get more of those. Depending on what I'm doing, I either answer them or I don't. Hi, Flo. Keep coughing into the phone. Okay, that's a good idea. Act like have a health emergency while they're on the phone. Oh, so that they end up having to call emergency services, beg them to call emergency services for you. I shouldn't have drawn those original lines, but it's okay. We're going to work with this. And there's no right or wrong. So whenever you just start drawing and doodling, just go with it because there's no right or wrong. You just want a lot of them. My eyes started burning all of a sudden. Looking fun, huh? Let me read chat real quick. Yes, Wendy, I will do a 2024 scavenger hunt. I will sign up for the streamathon, and I will probably announce it just providing we have one. I mean, I don't know. Mary Atier was kind enough to organize it last year. I'm thinking if she doesn't do it, somebody else will possibly organize it. And if for whatever reason we may not have one, I will do it on my regular stream. But yes, I will definitely be doing a scavenger hunt because I'm going to be real honest with you here. Dee Dee's daughter, Denise, is looking forward to it. And next to disappointing my own children or grandchildren, I would never in a million years even dream of disappointing my spirit animal. That's how much I love her. Even if I had to do one specific that was only for Denise, I would do that too. That's how much I love that girl. Dee Dee raised some good kids. Dee Dee and Buddy. And I'd like to think Jim and I did too. But no, I look forward to the scavenger hunt. I think it's fun. The best thing about it is there's no rules. So, yeah, just go to town. All right, do I have enough tendrils hanging off here? Put another one in here. All right, and then somewhere in here, we'll make a big fat boy stem, and the stem has to be kind of fat so you can do a design or something in it, right? You look forward to it too, Kitty Jen. Jen, I have not responded to those ideas that you sent me. I haven't, I'm going to be real honest with you. I haven't even had a chance to look at them. I have been checking email, though, to make sure that anybody who's asked for my address to send their zines, I have been checking my email for that, but I know that yours is pretty intense, so I haven't even looked at it yet. But I will. Yeah, you can bet I will. Hi Annette. Hi Leah. Hi everybody I missed coming in. Hi Chris Craft. Thank you so much, Chris. Ooh, a corn sedalia flower. Is that really what it is? I don't think it is. I think it looks more like a squid or something. All right. I'm liking it. We haven't named it yet, but we will. So don't worry about that. I may end up. Is that really a real flower, Jan? All right. Going to draw upside down for just a minute, and I am going to use the design that they used. I should have started at the top. Oh, well. Can you guys see okay? I hope this ends up looking good in this journal because I will draw more in this journal. I don't really want to use the names of real flowers, but that's a really cool looking flower. I mean, name. It's one of the tangles, you think. Okay. Have you done this, Lady Jan? Name it Harry? I think I'll do it with watercolors, base color, and then use maybe colored pencils to do the shading. We'll see. There's so many people who are now generating their own tangles and stuff that it's hard to know what's really out there. Yeah, look at Barbara. She's got a song for everything. Waiting for your eyeballs to heal first. Well, I keep you in my prayers, Lady Jan. All right. Anything I need, I think I'll just erase a few of these lines. You guys probably can't see them. I can see a few of them. I just assume they're not in there. But isn't this a cool idea, you guys? I'll pull you out so you can see the whole page. Isn't that cool looking? I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, okay, now we have a dilemma. Big dilemma. We're going to do watercolor. And believe it or not, I was going to watercolor over the weekend and got some clean water out. So I actually have clean water. So do I want to use the Grabby watercolors, Daniel Smith? What do I want to use? You like the look of it? Me too. I'm so excited, Chris. I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll just use the Daniel Smith. They're out. Not Daniel Smith. Well, Daniel Smith and M. Graham. Give ourselves every advantage. Use the good watercolors, right? I should have on dress-up clothes. Getting notifications over here. Hey, Bossy Butt. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. You're a busy girl getting all packed up to move in a week. Oh, my God. If I had to move in a week, I'm not sure. I think I'd just throw in the towel and say, somebody come and do this for me. I can't do it. I couldn't pack up my kitchen in a week. Are you kidding me? Clean water. I know, right? What a concept. What a concept. But I'm really proud of Denise, as usual, for getting her mom a new water thing. All right. Just because, okay, I'm going to try and keep things looking a little vintagey. And because I love it so much, I think I'm going to use the Quinn Gold as the background of this. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I wet the wrong one. Ugh. Normally, I would not paint right out of the paint. Well, no, I'm not going to anyway because it's dumb to do that. So let me get out a little paint can here if I can find one that's clean. This one will work. All right. I have not watercolored on this paper forever. So I'm thinking I might get it a little damp to start with and just see how it goes. Because I don't remember how it absorbs water. It does not absorb water real great. And you could do this pretty much any way you want. Okay, if I didn't want to use watercolor on this, I could use colored pencil. Another thing I could have done, probably not the best idea for a stream, but I could have painted the background first, and then I wouldn't have to be painting around all these little tendrils and stuff. But mostly, I just want color on the edge. We'll see how long the paper stays wet, because really, it's been forever since I watercolored in this book. And yeah, I don't remember anything about it, but I can tell by that one watercolor that I did do, I must have liked it okay. And I didn't see a lot of problems with the paper. So yeah, I think it'll be okay. We're going to find out, aren't we? I don't want to be sitting here saying, oh man, it sucks to be me right now. Handmade paper, as a rule, has a little bit more fiber content in it, and handles watercolor a little bit better. Less cellulose. Okay, that'll work. So how many of you are participating in the zine swap, and how many have gotten them in the mail? Because after I got Peggy's and Vols, I was like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I'm going to start getting zines in like all the time. And then I haven't gotten any. Y'all need to get your zines in the mail because your whole goal in life should be to make me happy. That's what I tell Robert all the time. You have one goal in life, bud. Oh, it would help if I had a rag to dip off on. There we go. It's impossible to paint around all those tendrils, so don't worry about that. Okay, looking on the screen, I think I'm liking it. For whatever reason, if you've never streamed, there's a weird thing that happens that you can see things more clearly on the screen than you can right here in real life. True story. After it dries, I may come back and darken just the edge a little bit, but I don't want a real hard line. Okay. Squidballia is the name of this flower. I just looked it up in the botanical packet. Well, there you go, Brenda. All right, well, we'll go ahead. We're going to go ahead. Maybe I've seen that. Maybe that's why it reminded me of squid. Okay. Let me write that down because in 5 seconds I will forget it. Squidballia. Let's see what's here. Notes to myself. Ballia. Squidballia. Okay. That's the name of the flower. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's see. I have kind of a, I'm going to use the transparent pyrrole orange, I think, for that part of the flowers. But I'm going to go first in with yellow right in the centers. Right now it's just water. Let the paper absorb it a little bit. think I'll use Hansa yellow because it's a darker, more richer yellow kind of. And that should be more than enough. Let that absorb for a minute, and then I'll do the areas in the description places. Give these border boxes a little bit of color. The original packs have the same color as the border in these, and I think I will do that, and then a different one for these. But they don't do that on theirs, but I want to do it on mine because I like being a rebel. Isn't that true? Hi, B. That, yeah, you just see things better when you take a photograph. And then if you have Dee Dee harassing you to clean it up, yeah, it works out awesome. And the top center is called Perk. Well, look at Brenda doing all my research for me. Smooch on you, Brenda. I like somebody who's willing to step up and do my research for me. I probably have looked at all of these packs 100 times because I was so enthralled by them when I first saw them. And I knew it had to be some sort of project because there was just too many of them showing up from different people on my feed. So I was like, what am I missing here? And that was when I found ZentangleInc. I hadn't been following them before. It's kind of fun, though, to get into a community like this, like the Zentangle community. There are so amazing artists out there. I'm flabbergasted all the time. But there's, if you on Instagram, if you just pay attention a little bit, there's some amazing artists all over the world. And I like all kinds, you know, like I like the cartoons, I like the realism, I like scenery, I like Zentangle, I like all of it. Okay, this, I'm going to go, oops, put my hand in the water. I'm going to go just around the edges. And then whatever soaks into the center is fine. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. I'm glad I didn't go directly from the pan onto the paper. And the reason for that is when you go from the pan direct to your paper, you have almost no control over how much you're going to saturate. So sometimes I think, oh, it's not that important. I'm just going to do this so I can get it done quick or whatever. But listen to your brain when it tells you you're making a mistake. That was my problem most of my life. Don't do that. Then later, boy, I wish I hadn't done that. All right, what color do we want on the sides? You can tell that the paper is really, really absorbing. It feels almost fragile. It only blooms at midnight. Yeah, I think I read that on the one I'm looking at. I think I'm going to, just around the edges like I've done on those, I think I kind of would like to do like a light burnt sienna. Yeah, I think I'll do a real light burnt sienna. So it still looks kind of vintage and matches the edge of the pages. I'll move this over so you can see a little bit. But I'm going to do it pretty light. And I always save the back of the book, a few pages, for testing. So, you see that's not absorbent at all. That should be light enough though. All right. So this is different than the originals they're showing. They don't paint the edges of these boxes, but I want to. There's obviously a little bit of that paint still on my brush, and that's fine too. I should have those chat packs that Dee Dee has, huh? So I can figure out what to chat to you guys about. I have really been laying low this weekend because of all the city people, but it was pretty mild actually this weekend compared to past holidays. But I think I figured out why I think that, because my neighbor directly across from me, in the past, her mother let all the people who come here like park out in the field. It was like a trade-off thing she had going on. So across the street from me was a bunch of people parking and a lot of activity. Well, she passed away and her daughter has moved here, and she shut it all down. Nope, no parking in my field, no boats in my field, no nothing. So up here now it seems like it's not so chaotic and stupid, and so I think that's a lot of it. And I was going to remember to try and tell her that. So I should say thank you 1,000 times over. Squadalia. Okay. Like the flower dahlia. Okay. There you go, Barbara. If the negative voices in your head aren't paying rent, ignore them. Hey, Joan. All right. I know I'm missing a lot of chat, so if it's something really important that you want me to see, scream louder. Put it in bigger caps. There's something seriously wrong with me. You guys, I'm liking this as much as I thought I was going to when I decided I was going to do this. I wanted to get the project pack in, though, before I did it, but I just suck at doing stuff like that, so there you go. I will definitely get that order placed this week, though. Can you see on this paper how that has spread out now, and it's looking old and wrinkly, and I love this paper for that. And I think I had recognized that before, and that's why I was thinking I would keep this journal for more vintage type art. And in fact, I had thought about doing a series of tins I don't have room to actually keep the vintage tins, but there's something very enticing about vintage tins. And I thought, well, kind of like this one with the bird. I've had that idea since I painted that I would like to do a whole series of vintage tins. And I thought this would be the perfect book to do them in because it looks old anyway. Wouldn't it be fun if this whole journal got all full? That would make me really happy. Probably not as happy as pizza, but happy just the same. Can you do a vintage Miriam? I'd have to write it down. Hang on, let me, while this is wet, let me get some paint on here and I'll write it down. I'll try anything, Raul. Like I've told you guys 1,000 times, I don't have a problem being embarrassed. Like if I tried something on stream and it was just an absolute complete failure, that wouldn't even embarrass me. It wouldn't even bother me. I'd just be like, oh, well, throw that one away. Better luck next time, loser. Brenda, I so get that. Yeah, keep making new ones and starting them. There's nothing better than a brand new journal. But it would also be fun to have this much art in one journal. I'm going to try. Bull, did I say hi to you? Hi, thanks for coming. No, you're going to make me start on a new book. Do not start a new book, Jen. Go back and work in your old one. Okay. That's pretty dry now, so I can go ahead and do the red on the flower. And I said I was going to use what? Transparent Pyro Orange. I think that's the one I'm going to use, and that's way more than enough. That's why watercolor lasts forever. I swear to God, a little bit goes way, way further than you think. If I'm back home next week, I'll start 2 sets of Inktober, yours and Dee Dee, and another set list of Inktober prompts from Emily Arts. Yeah, and somebody had mentioned that there was going to be a Zentangle prompt list. I might do that. This year it's going to be really hard for me, Inktober, because the first part of the month, Robert's granddaughter is going to be here. And she doesn't mind if I art while she's here. But yeah, you just got more to do when there's people here. You know, you feel like you got to entertain them, feed them, blah, 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 talk to them. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit harder for me. So I probably am going to pick something that is actually doable, where if I can get it done in less than an hour, that's going to be my goal. And then I think maybe the kids are going to come. So, and then I know my granddaughter's coming. Oh, she changed it. I was going to say December, but I think it's the beginning of January now. So yeah, I think the end of the year we're going to have more company, which is good. I like that. But yeah, it definitely is going to jack with my Inktober this year. Which is fine. It's not. Now I do have, because I made them specific to Inktober, I do have some little tiny journals that are all complete. But I made them with the number of pages for Inktober. So, and if you guys want to see them, I can get them out and show them. I really like my Inktobers. The first few I really had fun with. Well, they're fun all the time, you know. I think a lot of it depends on if you pick your own theme, if you use the the prompts that they put out. The seed packet one was really fun. I enjoyed the heck out of that. Now, while that's still pretty wet, I'll go ahead and try and get the red to move a little bit. Now I could do one of two things. I think I'm going to use the black pen, but I'm going to have to wait for it to dry. And then in here I have to decide. Let's do, I'm kind of inclined to go with a dark, I think I will go in with a dark brown just in some of the backgrounds, and then a little bit lighter color on some of the tendrils, but not paint it fully, because then it just turns into a big fat blob. So I think I will use the sepia. That's probably the best brown I've got. No, burnt umber is pretty good too. Let's use burnt umber. It's a nicer brown, which is all subjective. Jen! Hi! I'm so glad you stopped in. I cannot even begin to tell you how often I think about you and Squiz. And, well, in fact, I just mentioned to Dee Dee the other day, because I don't ever go on Facebook. So if I'm your Facebook friend and I ignore you, I'm not really ignoring you. I just don't go on Facebook. It's 4:25 in the morning. You need to go to bed, girl. But I got on Facebook the other day. I think Dee Dee made me go on for something, and I probably went kicking and fighting and screaming. But there was the best picture of Mandy and Amelia on Facebook. And I mentioned to Dee Dee something about that picture of Amanda and Amelia. Amelia is so grown up. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Yeah, but her and Mandy look so good. And it makes me think of way back when Dee Dee did that drawing of Amelia and then sent it to some of us so we could draw Amelia too. I think you have my version of that. Yeah, I was thinking about all of you then. It was just like, oh, why do they have to grow up? Huh? But yeah, she's beautiful young lady, Jen. Tell her I think about her, and Mandy too. 13 now. Oh my gosh. Where have those years gone? What was she about? Was she 5 when we did those drawings? That's how long ago it's been. I was actually kind of proud of my drawing, but that was all Dee Dee's fault. I mean, Dee Dee did such a good job showing us how to do it. You know what? I think I will go ahead and use this brown up in there. I was going to use black, but I think I'm going to try the brown. And if I don't like it, I can always wait for it to dry and go back over it with black. It has been a long time. Probably one of the few art communities I think that have probably, ooh, it's not dry enough yet. Okay, never mind. Let me see if I can pick that up real quick. Yep. Swoot. Okay. Now I have to decide, do I want to... It works if you're better if your brush is wet. Just saying. Do I want to paint the tendrils or not? I think if I just do a little bit in the background, I may leave the tendrils the natural color. I've never been a big fan of color Zentangle. My favorite was always black and white. But this way, a little bit in the background isn't bad. I think I kind of like that. I'm just breaking up some of these bigger spaces, so if I paint them, because up there I need to add a line. So in this case, I'm kind of painting the negative space. Yeah, I like that better. Finish up my Big 5 subject notebook first before using up the last composition book. There you go, Jen. You'll like yourself for doing that, I think. You won't feel all schizophrenic like I do most of the time. And down here, I think, should I put like a light wash of sap? But the best thing about that is this whole design is the shading. So thinking I'm just gonna, oh, go give Squiz a hug and a smooch for me. I'd love to sit on your patio and drink a beer with Squiz again. Wonder if we appreciated how fortunate we were to have that time together. I know I think of it often and have such great memories. It's not showing up as dark on camera. Let me pull you guys down so you can see if maybe you can see how dark it is. Nope, it's not showing. And you could just as easily do this with a marker or anything else too. So if you don't have the watercolors, don't sweat it. Use a marker. And if you have Crayola Super Tips, color them out on a non-absorbent surface and use them like a watercolor. Someday I should do that, do a whole painting with nothing but Super Tips that you use like watercolors, so you don't have to go out and get the pricey watercolors. But Crayola watercolors are great too, so if you get them cheap right now with school supplies, do it, because they, of the less expensive watercolors, my choice would 100 times be Crayola. They make great products. Okay. I think I'm going to leave the rest of them kind of white like that. Maybe down in here. I hate painting these little areas. for sure. Okay, we'll do that big one, and that'll hopefully balance it out a little bit. The rest of the week I will probably, well, I'll either get so obsessed with this, because you guys know I get so freaking obsessed with stuff. But I really do want to get my zine done. All right, I'll read chat real quick. Oh, thank you, Jen. Hi, Miss Sally. You two were partners in crime. Who was partners in crime? Squiz? Oh, I love Squiz. We align in so many ways. We agree on everything. This is an awesome brush. Honestly, you guys, when I first got into watercolor, I thought, okay, I'm going to splurge, because I'd always heard that your brush makes a difference. And I thought I was going to be a fabulous painter immediately when these came in the mail. But these silver black velvet watercolor brushes, I would highly recommend. If you're on a budget, save up and at least get the 6. The 6 is, I use this size all the time. I have 2 of them. Somebody gifted me one, and then I had already bought myself one. There's just no comparison, really. If you want to do watercolor, it didn't make me a fabulous painter, however, but I feel like at least I have the tool. Like, I can improve because I got a good tool, right? Round 6 is your fave? Yeah, round 6 is also my favorite. And if you can only have one, that's the one. It's a silver black velvet, and they're a little pricey. And Jen, in Australia, you'll just have to sell your house, your car, and probably let them use Squiz a couple times a month. You know, I don't know, Raul, who will organize the streamathon. Last year, Mary Atier did it. And she hasn't said if she's going. Well, I haven't heard, but I don't get up and early enough to go to Mary's streams. I do catch a lot of them on replay, though. I haven't heard if she's offered to volunteer again this year, but it's a lot of work. It was Lori Painty Girl, Raul. Yes, it was Lori Painty Girl. And I haven't heard if Painty Girl is going to do it either. So in Australia, you can sell your kangaroo. Every household has at least 2. Well, that's probably true, Bull. I got to see kangaroos and feed kangaroos and pet them. I think there's pictures somewhere of when we went and hung out with the kangaroos, and I got to go see a koala bear. I didn't get to touch it, and I didn't get to feed it, but I wanted to hug it. Yeah, typically I would share the list on New Year's Eve, but believe me, if it turns out that there is not a streamathon, I will get it out there for all the peeps. $46.56 on Amazon Australia. Oh my God. For one, Jen, I'm going to guess, and I've had mine for several years. I think I may have spent between $12 and $18 for this brush. Yeah, Mary did it the year before. It was Painty Girl. Raul, you are so correct. All right, now I'm kind of wondering. I think I will do a light wash of sap green on the stem, but I mean, it's just going to be a very little bit of color. I don't want much color at all. And if you buy a good watercolor brush, do not use it for other products. Don't do acrylic paint with it. it is strictly a watercolor brush. You can buy junk for acrylics. And believe me, I have a bunch of those too. Hobby Lobby was practically giving them away last time I went in there for the sale. And I will do the shadow with a pencil. I won't try and control the watercolor for the shadow. I don't know how this paper is going to behave with drawing on top of it after it's been wet either. So okay, 6 round is 1754. Yeah, see, and they've probably gone up because I know most of the brushes were 12, and I did buy a couple of the bigger, like I got the I think they call it cat's eye oval. This one was more, but it feels so damn good. You ought to just buy it. Just take a mortgage out and get it. Hey, Julie Topaz. Okay, I'm going to hit this with a heat gun so I can go in with a little bit of pencil now. Yeah, and I don't like the brown up there, so I'm going to go in with black. Let me hit it with a heat gun and make sure it's real dry before I trash it out completely. Oh, I forgot one. Okay, I can finish that in a minute. All right, let me move the watercolors real quick. And if you buy a good watercolor brush, even though it's been dipped in water and everything, clean it real good, take care of it, and they will last virtually forever. The brand is Silver Black Velvet, Miss Allie. And there's other brands out there. I just had been recommended this one, and so I bought a couple of them. I think I bought 6, 8, and then the oval. I think there's one more in there. But anyway, that was back when I was seriously thinking I want to get better at this. So, all right. And it's kind of like if you buy new tools or if you get a new journal, all of a sudden you're going to be a professional. But there are certain tools that do make your life better. A ruler would be one of them. You cannot draw a straight line. I don't care how good you think you are. Get your dumbass a ruler. And if you want a good circle, either get a circle template or a compass. How you like that? You like that? Yeah, I like it with the dark. All right. I'll get out some colored pencils now. I use Prismacolor. I have other brands, but when you get your favorite, it's hard to choose others. And I just keep them in a container so that I can snap it up and tuck it away when I'm not using them. Because I don't have a big area here, so I want green. And I'm going to get out a kind of, I want a cold gray, I think. And the black is already out. I'll get another one too. No, I won't. That one will have to do. And what else? All right. If I need more, I'll get them. The Helix Circle Maker has been a lifesaver for me. It's awesome. I don't have one of those, Kristen. Hi, by the way. Do I need one? Get on it, Brenda. Helix Circle Maker. I wonder if that's like oh, what do they call it? Memory Maker's circle. Is it for cutting circles out of paper or just drawing them? I got out red so I can deepen this just a little bit around the edges, give it a little bit more depth that way. The Prismacolor worked good because they're so soft. They're not digging into the paper at all. So with this fragile paper, that's a consideration for sure. I think the watercolor, I'm going to recommend if you do this, do watercolor because the muted watercolor, I think, works really well. It just kind of fits the whole design, you know? I will probably post this later as well because I will get it done today for sure. Yeah, that makes it look better. Jen, this is a journal I bought. Oh my God, I can't even imagine how long ago I had this. I probably had it for a year or two before I ever even worked in it. I know I bought it off Amazon. It's got a leather cover and then this crazy string tie. And it's handmade paper from India. So I think that, is it called caddy paper? I want to say. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different signatures in it. And I don't know how many pages per signature. I probably could count one if you want me to. But yeah, I like it too. There's just something, you want to eat it. I want to eat everything though. All right, I think on that green, it really lightened up a lot, but that's okay. It's there well enough. To me, the best part of Zentangle, honestly, is the shading. This paper feels a little bit damp. It's all right though. Dee Dee, is the sound and everything still good? If the whole time it has been that I was running YouTube in the background, that's just going to hack me off. Did I get out a good brown? I did. this chocolate pencil. Look at it split. That was back when Prismacolor was having some quality issues. I have a replacement. I'm just too cheap to use it yet. And I'm coloring in here and there just to give it like a little bit more texture so that everything is just not the same density back here. I'm not coloring all of them, just some here and there and just part of them. Obviously darker up near where it joins the cone. Feel like I need more over here. Oh, thank you, Chris. Lady Jan, go take a nap. Rest those eyes, Jan. All right. Let's go ahead. I so want to use my lettering guide. Would that be totally cheating? All right. I'm just going to, just like I did on the other ones, I'm just going to go for it. And we'll put the name of the flower up here. I was looking to see if I'd used all caps. I think I will use all caps, but smaller. And I am going to spell it like Dahlia. Oh, now I switched to lowercase. Oh, well. Okay, that's good. Okay, do we want to make up our own virtues or do we want to use, okay, what it says on the original piece of art is that the virtues are the juices from this blossom make mood-enhancing ink. Well, I'm going to say the juices from this see, I so want to use my lettering guide. And this is going to be a little bit hard to write on because of that spine. So when I have difficulty because of a spine, I usually put something underneath to get my hand level with whatever I'm writing on, okay? Juices from this blossom produce PSY. In my world, they're going to produce psychedelic effects. Then I should draw 2 googly eyes, but I won't. Okay. Notes. I'll just use theirs because it's already done. Blooms at midnight. During the last frost. It would be nice to have a plant that actually did that, so you knew when the last frost was, and then you could put your tomatoes in May. I'm really liking this. I'm really liking it. What did Barbara say? After midnight, we're all going to let it. See, Barbara has a song for everything, I swear to God. And then they do have a little seed drawn in here, so let's go ahead and draw it. And if we think of something, we can put it in that little space. Description. Let's see what they wrote, and then we can do our own if we want. I can't read it. Something squid shatluck. Yeah, I can't read it. But shattuck is actually a, that is a Zentangle pattern. But I can't read the first part. And it won't, well, let me see if I can blow it up. Come on, phone, start agreeing with me because, oh, perk squid. All right. And the place should be anywhere you want, right? Great. Let's see what they have for place. Your best friend's yard. My place is going to be in Magical Gardens. And I've used every kind of lettering possible on this crazy thing. Okay. I like it. Okay, I think in this one down here, I will put the date today, which is September 4th. How the hell did it get to September 4th? He just comes in, gets some water, and he's scram-a-lambs, Jen. He's just like here and gone. Yeah, I'm just going to put the date down in here. 9/4/23. All right, what else do I need to do? I kind of want to, like in these areas, add something else to them. They're boring. Boring. Made a mess with my shavings. You know what? I think I'd rather do a little bit of, no. I'm not gonna get out more watercolor. I'll just darken it up a little bit with the pencil. So if you want yours brighter, and partly mine's the paper. This caddy paper sucks up the paint so much. Use your colored pencils. I like this so much I might have to go around the whole thing. I think I will. Just lightly. I will be making more of these, you guys. I for real will. It's really a quick little project. Like, thanks, Jen. Thanks, Joan. Yeah, I'm liking this too. I think I will go ahead and go around each of these boxes. I just kind of like the a little bit darker, and then this brown kind of ties it all together. So I think I'm gonna just do that, and that probably will be a feature that I keep pretty standard when I do more, because I will be doing more. I like this. I like working in this journal, and so then I can show it to you guys. And if you have any suggestions, things you want to see me do or whatever, make suggestions. I'm not going to guarantee that I'll do it, but I'll sure give it some thought. More than anything, just don't be afraid. Just try it. Just do it. If it doesn't turn out, what have you lost, you know? It's kind of like participating in the zine swap. The people who, you know, stuck their neck out and did it, I know how thrilled they're going to be the day they get their package back. So just do it. Oops, just broke my lid. I think it's time for me to get out a new chocolate pencil. People are honking. I hope they're honking, waving at Robert, saying, see ya next year. Adios, amigos. Okay, and I think something else I'd like to do, I'm not sure which I think I'm going to use the brown that I used for these up here in the name of the flower. I think. Now, which one was it? It was that one, I think. Yeah. Oh, and I set the brush over to go wash it. And I didn't wet it first. That's fine. I'll spread it after I get it in place. Now with a clean brush, I'll just go back in and soften those lines so they're not real hard. Alrighty. All right, so now I want to know who's gonna do this. Hey, Lena, I showed your Nefertiti painting. It was so beautiful. Thank you so much. It was just so good. I was so happy when I got it. Yep, it was gorgeous. And a lot of the people weren't here at the beginning, so let me pull it out again and put it back in its package so I wouldn't trash it out. I have to find a great place for it. Check it out. In case you're wondering whether or not we're hanging out with some really talented peeps, there's proof. I do. That's gorgeous. And the best part about this is I watched her paint this, draw it and paint it. And then when she used the magnets to get this paint up here to move, it was just almost magic before your eyes. It was so cool to watch. So now it's living at my house. I did try it out, man. As soon as you showed that, I was like, I'm on it. I'm on it. And I don't use those Primatech paints very much. So when I had the opportunity to pull them out and see which ones worked. And if you want to learn about it, just Google, because that's what I ended up doing. Google watercolors that respond to magnets or something like that. Yeah, it was way fun. Way fun. Now I have some more places where I want the brown. I'll just use the pencil. So, but this was fun. So thank you, ZentangleInc, for such an awesome thing as this. Very fun. Something way different. I wish there was room on my wall next to the watercolor swatch poster, Lena. PBK11, yep. PBK11 is the magnetic one. So, and you guys, this is, it's not very colorful, but for this book, I felt like that's kind of what I wanted. And so I think I'm going to keep them all much in this same vein. You don't have to. If you'd rather have something more vibrant, do something more vibrant. I might. Well, oh, I'm not going to get out more paint. Yeah, I might bring that color out a little bit more. But yeah, these are going to probably remain pretty muted, more vintagey looking. I mean, which you can capture that with watercolor pencils. I mean, just any colored pencil. Whoever told me that? It's pencil. It's funny when Dee Dee says that. Yeah, I probably will do that. So, yeah, I'm really done early. So, if you want to see something else, speak up. Otherwise, I'm pretty much done with this one. If I'm going to do more, I may work out the measurements on this layout a little bit better. I don't want to have to recreate it every time I do it. So probably what I'm going to do is I'll make a stencil of it. That's probably what I'll do. So I don't have to recreate it every time, because that annoys me. And another thing that I should tell you guys, I don't remember who was in Dee Dee's this morning talking about working on their zines and saying got the first original done and now she's only got 9 more to go. And I thought, are you drawing each one individually? Like, please tell me isn't so. I'm not sure if all of you realize that it was the intent, and it usually always is when we do a swap like this, that you make one original and then make photocopies of the rest of them. So, yeah, photocopies are more than acceptable for your zines. And if you don't have a copier at home, what I would recommend is any of the large office supply stores will make copies for you, and they're really reasonably priced. Definitely cheaper than having a printer and paying for ink, I'll tell you that. But maybe it's because I live out in the middle of nowhere and these people understand our plight. We can go down to the corner to the convenience store and get copies made. So check around wherever you're at and see if you can't find somebody to make you some copies. I hate to think that somebody's going to sit and recreate the same zine 10 times. Hi, Peggy. You've got flour everywhere. Good on you, girl. Yeah, find a way to make a copy. Copies are more than acceptable. And like mine, if I showed you the original art and then the photocopy that I made, I'll take mine in and let the copy shop do it for me, though. It alters your color a little bit because the photocopier is not going to take, it's not going to reproduce exactly, but it's certainly more than adequate. So honestly, you guys, go find somewhere to make a copy. Now I'm curious if I wanted to put a little bit of highlight to make this seem like it's a little hard. And if I don't like that, I can always go back over it with a pencil, but I think I'll like it. Yeah, I like it. I saw that about making 10 copies. I kind of considered individually coloring mine myself because I want to do color and don't have a color printer face. Well, yours were perfect black and white. There's absolutely nothing wrong with black and white because, well, I think too, for years, just for the subject matter and knowing that you're a comic book artist too, I thought the black and white actually was an enhancement for real. Another thing, when it was black and white and just an ink drawing, you can see all your details so good. So don't feel bad. Yeah. Now I've had to, like when we do ATC swaps, it's like 10 originals. We don't do photocopies, but yeah. But like if you did the original art, you could still photocopy it. So anyway, you guys, as far as I'm concerned, I'm kind of done here. So any questions, anything else you want to see? I'm really happy I did this today. I haven't done any more on the Zentangle or the reverse coloring books. But I have a pile of stuff here that I want to do and try. So yeah, maybe by next week I'll have one of those. But my zine will definitely be done next week. I hope. I don't have much going on this week. We shouldn't have to go to Joplin 15 times. Fingers crossed. So unless you guys got something. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Barbara. All right, I can't believe I'm finishing up so early. But you'll see more of these, and there'll be different colors and stuff. Like this one where I left all the tendrils, just the natural color of the page. Maybe the next one I won't. Hey, Barbara. Thank you. Me too, Jen. I'm just glad to know that you're out there thinking about us still, because I think about you guys so often. I can't even tell you. Thanks, Julie. Terry. I appreciate you guys so, so much. Hi, Purple Nana. I never said hi to you. All right, you guys. Go out and create something. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. If you can, be kind. It gets a little harder every day. I understand that. But at least we have each other, right? All right. Love you guys. See you later. And Dee Dee, thanks for being my quality monitor. Love you guys. See you. Bye.